Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm showing you how I did this makeup look, but not only that, how I got it to last for not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 hours wearing a mask. So if you want to find out how I did it, make sure you keep on watching till the end so I can show you the results.
I just wanna be free, finally, finally. I wanna be free, finally, finally. I wanna be free, finally, finally. I wanna be free, finally, finally, finally.
Alright guys, let's get into this foundation routine. All the products though will be in the description box below in case I forget to mention anything. The most important part, one of the first things you have to make sure you do is you need to make sure that your face is clean and moisturized. Trying to perfect this for so long, I used the Tom Ford Soft Matte Primer. It was the first time I used it and it worked like a dream, so I'm gonna use it again. And I really do like this. One of the tips that I would give that I noticed is that you have to make sure that your primer is a matte primer, matte finish. You don't want any of that dewy, glowy. The other important thing is to let it kind of like sit for a second before you go and put the next layer on. The next thing you're gonna need is either your powder that like matches your skin tone, whether it's a pressed powder or a loose powder. The pressed powder that I use is the BarePRO. It is in Clove. When I put on my mask, I put it on to actually protect myself. It's not just sitting like this on my face. I tie the end so it is on. Medium deep Laura Mercier. And what I'm doing with this one is I am concentrating it on the areas that I know the mask always affects me. Everything I'm doing, always remember, build on it. So start with a little bit and build on it. Don't go too much too fast. Just take your time with it. Anywhere where you notice when you take off your mask there's a line or the makeup's gone or whatever, just put a little extra bit of that powder, whether it's the loose one or the pressed one. I never have to touch up my makeup. I don't bring makeup with me when I go out anywhere. Most I'm gonna bring is maybe just for my lips and like lip balm, whatever lipstick or lip liner I wore, but I don't bring foundation or anything like that. So the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna set this. Everything needs to be matte. So this is the NYX Matte Finish Fine Mist. I actually really like this, although I also use the Urban Decay All Nighter. The go-to, the one that I always use and it always works for me, but in this one I use this. So that do its thing, you know, dry before you go on to the next step. Remember, wait like a minute between each step before you go to the next. Oh, the two foundations that I use, Estee Lauder Sandalwood, Clinique Stay Matte in Clove, number 28. These are both matte. This is Longwear, like this is like the 16-hour one. About this much. Okay, mix it up. Then you take your foundation brush. I prefer to use a foundation brush over a beauty blender. It's just my preference. But if you like using beauty blenders, then go for it. Use the beauty blender. Okay, so then I just go in and I start stippling it on. It took me like, honestly, the whole time during this whole situation we've been in for the last 2 years, I was struggling. Not that I really had anywhere to go like that, but still, the times when I did want to put on makeup, as soon as I would put on that mask, like literally 10 minutes after having the mask on, I'd take it off and I'd have these 2 lines here. And as the day continued, the makeup all under here would practically be gone. It looked weird. So it kind of deterred me from wearing the makeup, and sometimes you want to wear it just to, you know, add a little zhuzh. And then I just kind of gave up, and yeah, the other day I was like, you know what, we need to try this again, because I promised myself for 2022 that I was going to be going on more little adventures, solo dates, and just doing more things as best as I can, because like we're currently in a little bit of a lockdown at the moment. As you notice, I like to really blend this and get this into my skin. I don't like when makeup just kind of sits on top, so I take my time with every step. See, I'm still just kind of going in any spot where maybe a dark mark is peeking through. And if you have darker marks, or there's a mark that's just a little bit more stubborn, you can either just keep building in that area if you want to, or if you prefer and you want to do a concealer, a little dot of concealer, you can do that too. So go right ahead. I kind of leave it like this for now, only because once I haven't done my concealer, like highlight and contour and everything, so like I said, I build and I don't want to put too much stuff on my face, so we're gonna wait. Next step is the highlight. I use the Nars, this is Nars, right? Yep, Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, and that is Walnut. These right here. I take some of the Clinique, because I like when my makeup and like the highlight and the rest of my face blend really nicely. So I take a bit of it on the brush and I just put it like under here. So I'm almost doing like almost like a gradient. That's what I call it. And sometimes I even go in and get a bit more of the Estee Lauder, my main foundation, and put it here, so that that lighter highlighter color blends in really nicely with the rest of my makeup. And that's why also, like I said, I don't do too much, because I know that I do this step and I'm adding more of my foundation to my face. Every one of these steps might not work exactly for you, but I think the most important part is making sure that you use the matte finish type products and that you set everything. Instead of doing one set at the end, set it all. Every step, set it and thank me later. Let this sit again. You know what I said, let it sit a minute. Get your beauty blender. This is probably the only time I really use a beauty blender. I give it another little spray with the matte, and then I just start blending this out. The one thing I'm going to tell you is trust the process. It's not going to look right when you first start. Trust me. It's not going to look right. Like right now it looks like, okay, what? Don't worry. It will come together. Just follow the steps and take your time and blend. Now for contour, I use the Fenty Beauty Nespresso. So I do this on my hand, just to kind of, I just take the Clinique because it is the darker of the two of my foundations. You just get, now we need to set the foundations that we've put on our skin. I use the Ben Nye Topaz. I mix it with a little bit of the Ben Nye banana powder. Like I literally just put a little bit of this, the sienna as well. So I kind of blend them. I don't like a really harsh highlight. While that is doing its thing, you are gonna powder, you need to set your contour as well. Hydro, blah, blah, blah. You can read that, there you go. We wait a little bit. Give this like 2 minutes. I went ahead and did my brows while I was waiting for all of this to bake. The next thing is finishing powder, and that's the one that matches your face. Again, those are the first 2 powders that we use to set the primer in the beginning. And the key with this is all the areas where you didn't put powder, you're gonna also put it, but this is also gonna help you to blend out the excess like powder that you have for your contour and your highlight. When you get to the highlight part, instead of brushing it away, press it in to the skin. I'm more so pressing it into the skin, and when I get to the parts where the highlight meets the contour, I do a little bit of a back and forth, and I go back to, again, the powder. And that's how I blend that out. You take a little look, see if there's anywhere, like, don't worry too much if you forgot a step, or if you see a spot and you want to go back in and like touch it up a little bit, you can do that. But just remember, anytime you use a liquid or a cream or anything to touch up anywhere, you go in with your powder and you make sure you set it. Spray your face with your NYX or whatever matte finishing spray you use, and let that dry. Let it dry, let it dry. Continue watching, because I'm gonna test out this makeup today. I'm gonna be out of the house for at least a good 8 hours. So we're going to see. We're gonna see if it holds up, because it's one thing to say that it holds up, but does it? Thank you. Can I get a little?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much.
And there you go.
Perfect, thanks.
I have a grilled cheese sandwich.
I am at work, and as you can see, no line. Before, when I didn't do this, there would have been a line here immediately. So 30-minute test, check. And yes, you will see makeup in your mask. Like, I'm not telling you that you won't see makeup in your mask, because there's makeup in my mask right now. However, I wore 2 masks and I wear them like tight on my face. And the important part is that the foundation is still intact, yes? So let's see. And obviously, like I said, it's not, you're gonna have residue. I'm sorry, like, I can't avoid that. But you see that line? You notice how the line is there, but the makeup is still there. Sorry, my hands are dry because I just washed them a million times. All of down here, you would be able to see a clear line of demarcation across here. Everything up here would be fine, but down here, slowly as the day progressed, less makeup and less makeup and less makeup and less makeup. Now the true test is the next one, because I'm gonna have the mask on for a while, and when I finish work, I will show you. I'll show you. Okay? Okay. We don't play around here. If we say something works, it works. Final update. Final test. So here we go. Of course, I told you guys you're gonna have some transfer, but see the line? See that line? Faint, but you notice how no makeup is gone? Even though there's makeup on there, it's literally what my skin naturally does, is just get a little oily. So like the mask kind of acts like an oil blotter. I need you guys to save this video, okay? Save it. Try the techniques. and tell me how it works for you. Comment below and let us know. We need to know the tips and what worked and what didn't work. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and hit the notification bell for when I upload new videos. You'll be the first one to know. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I got more videos, so check them out. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.